This week on This Week in Blernsball.
Actual baseball.
We're not joking this time. Actual baseball.
There were games and hits and fuck Texas.
Fuck Texas. Seriously, guys. Fuck Texas.
Welcome to This Week in Blernsball. Gonna tell you about a little old battle called Waterloo. Bonjour, y'all.
Napoleon Bender.
Truly one of Bender's best iterations was as Napoleon Bender.
Yeah.
I am.
As you can see in the background, we're joined today by Andy.
Yes, we are, and he's wearing a very lovely dog vest.
Yes, he is. He got snippied last week.
Wie gesund.
He's a very Jewish dog.
That is totally not what,
No,
Bob
that's
Barker
not how
would
it works at all.
No. If they snipped that, they were snipping the wrong thing.
Let's introduce ourselves.
Well, I think we pretty much did with our talk about dog brisses, but in case you don't know, I'm your co-host, Ben Bloom. With me, as always, is co-host, executive producer, and person with college on his t-shirt, Jacob Morris.
Yes, as you can see, college.
Toga.
Yes, so apologies for missing opening week last week, but as Jeff Goldblum would say, life finds a way.
Mm-hmm. And we've had, 5 games of real baseball, and every emotion has already been felt. Anger, non-anger, sleepiness, anger at Texas, which is different than normal anger.
Oh, Texas. Also Texas.
Yeah, no, it's not enough can be said about the fist shaking at Texas.
Oh, so many reasons to shake fists at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So, where shall we begin?
Well, a lot has happened since our last episode, but I think we start with the biggest news, the All-Star Game. First off, why are they having an All-Star Game in a pandemic? It's a purely fan service event, but that's besides the point.
Well, I mean, in a country that everybody's going to be vaccinated in by that point, lousy, stinking infrastructure.
Infrastructure, thy name is Zoidberg.
Man, Zoidberg's named a lot of things.
Maybe a Parcheesi tournament?
Yes, but good on the MLB moving the All-Star Game out of Georgia in response to their new voter suppression law. And the MLB, quite notably one of the least progressive leagues there is, taking the progressive stand.
And I was reading something the other day by Howard Bryant over at ESPN, who laid it out like, let's not confuse this for Major League Baseball being, being at the forefront of social consciousness. There were huge financial incentives to get them to move from Atlanta, and they just happened to align in this particular case. But still, it's still better than keeping the game there and trying to be stubborn about it. Like, sports can heal. Nope, not in this case. It is a punitive move for literal voter suppression laws being passed. And it's going to a place that, as everyone's favorite mythbuster Daniel Dale points out, is actually significantly better at voting. Colorado.
Yay, Colorado! Also, that's going to be one hell of a home run derby.
Holy shit. They might as well play with a softball.
Derby.
But yeah, so that was huge. And
I just feel
Finally,
like the devil must have made some sort of deal with the fans of the Colorado Rockies. So Nolan Arenado will sign a long-term deal with your team, and in 2019 and 2020, you'll only lose a combined 125 games. Also, Coors Field will play host to a random televised national game on a Thursday in July. Wait, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Oh, no catch. In fact, I guarantee Nolan Arenado will play for the home team at that game. Sign me up, Satan.
Yeah, he is clever and charming. Still waiting on Lucifer season 5 part 2 to come out.
There's a confirmed release date.
Oh my God, there is?
There is. First quarter 2022.
Oh, that's next year. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see Dennis Haysbert as God, the role he was born to play.
Man, he's played so many good roles.
I mean, yes. Like, he was, yeah. 24 wasn't the same without him. Didn't he come back as a zombie in the later seasons?
I don't remember. The later seasons got weird.
Yeah. Like, at one point, like, Jack Bauer's dad shows up and it wasn't Donald Sutherland.
I know. Also, they better make a Jobu joke.
Yes, they need a Jobu joke in there somewhere.
It's only right. It's his other great iconic role. Aside from the Allstate guy, President Palmer,
he's done some other movies as well, but most memorably, he was Pedro Serrano, Allstate, and President Palmer. We need to do the thing to foil the MacGuffin.
The first President Palmer, because there was the other President Palmer too.
That's right. President Ray Palmer, also known as the Atom.
Oh, yeah, the Atom. But we digress.
Yes, so baseball, doing the right thing for monetary reasons still counts as a positive move.
Yes, very positive move. So good on Major League Baseball for doing the right thing. For perhaps the wrong reasons. But you got there in the end.
Yes. And yeah, so that is probably the biggest outside of baseball news to have happened.
Yes. But then there was actual, real world Major League Baseball with fans in the stands. I
am conflicted and envious about a lot of this. So looking at like stadiums in the Northeast where like it's limited fans, they seem to be spaced out. In my mind, it's still like makes me itchy watching it. Like, okay, this is too high risk. The Boston Globe did a great feature on how Fenway has like set itself up to, like fans in this section can only enter through this gate, and like they like really made it like very streamlined. But again, hometown bias because I read the Boston Globe. But again, it looked as I'm not even going to use the S word because that word has lost all meaning in terms of what officials say.
It really has.
So they've mitigated to the best possible extent. And then Texas.
Sold out, essentially. The virus was just going to have a field day. There's going to be a Texas Rangers variant.
Oh, God.
You're yeehaw variant.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that one's another thing for everyone to be worried about.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably approaching herd immunity in Texas, but that's only because everybody's had it.
Yeah, it's like you're not doing it right. Like it's like when you used to do math homework and you figured out the answer, but only by accident. You didn't actually do the long division.
You did the formula wrong, but got the right answer.
Exactly. So it counts, but it doesn't, you know?
I mean, they vaccinated over 30% of their population in Texas. Great job. Case count doesn't seem to be going up over the last few weeks there, even though they've opened and they've removed their mask mandate. Okay. I can't figure out why. So it seems to be they've just had way too many cases.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like, I guess in their minds, like, well, you've got it once. That doesn't apply when there are variants.
Unless it does, we really don't know enough about the variants.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a doctor.
Wait a sec.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Bones McCoy would say in this situation.
I'm a doctor, not a doctor. I doctor, not doctor. I medicine.
Oh, man.
So many things to be upset with the Rangers about, like their Rougned Odor send-off.
That would make me laugh because just
notably no longer a Texas Ranger, a New York Yankee now, although Texas is paying him his full salary.
Which is about as Rangers a thing you can do besides trade Sammy Sosa and build a new ballpark 5 years after building a new ballpark.
Yeah. So the Rangers wanted Rougned Odor gone so bad that they're paying his full, his salary is $11.5 million, although his luxury tax number is only something like $8 million. Regardless, he's now the 26th man on the Yankees bench. And their farewell graphic for him, a terrible graphic. That was very graphic design is my passion.
Yeah, it's like clip art, but make it 2021.
Yeah, featured the punch out because apparently there were only like 6 Rougned Odor moments, and one of them was him punching another guy. Also, by the way, they lost that series.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, oh, great. Yeah, like a career highlight is a suspension-worthy
It's a 7-game suspension. A career highlight is a 7-game suspension. And by the way, you got swept by the Blue Jays that October.
And you lost the previous October as well.
Yeah. Blew a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, career highlight, punching a dude. Like, even in hockey, they don't include punches in farewell graphics.
Unless it was, a notable face puncher.
Even then, they show
they
like,
include the one goal he scored.
Yeah, no, Ty Domi scored a goal once.
Ty Domi scored a lot of goals for a guy known for punching.
He did. Well, that's the thing. Back then, like, some of those guys could punch and score. Like Gordie Howe famously punched and scored.
Gordie Howe only had one career Gordie Howe hat trick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Gordie Howe hat trick. Gordie Howe is only recorded to have done that once. He was just so well known for being a tough guy.
You know what? We're officially boycotting hockey. Like, nope, fuck that. Like, you have to. No.
Hockey makes no sense.
No, it does not. It's just, no, bad hockey. It's a bad.
Yeah. So reasons to be mad at the Texas Rangers. Lots. Also, their uniforms are ugly.
Yeah, whatever. Speaking of ugly uniforms, the UCLA Bruins have finally gone pro.
Except they're calling themselves the Boston Red Sox. So Nike is doing the MLB equivalent of the City Edition jersey.
Mm-hmm. The City Connect, and here's the problem with every single bit of this news. I get it, and I have no problem with it. I am not, like torches and pitchforks over this. I get the significance of the Boston Marathon. My high school baseball coach, who born and raised Boston, played in the Red Sox minor league system way back in the day, would always wear his marathon jacket with the fun unicorn on it. Incorporate the friggin' unicorn.
Yeah, no, I get it. The city of Boston colors are blue and yellow. That's the color of the city flag. I get the stenciling. It's supposed to be the stenciling across the finish line at the marathon.
And I get the significance of Patriots Day. They have the Boston Strong uniforms to commemorate the bombing, which was ostensibly they're going to do that like for the Monday morning game. They're going to keep the Boston Strong uniform. They're going to keep the yellow jerseys just over the weekend, which is like their like Victoria Day long weekend, except they don't have a queen.
Exactly. I love the fact that Patriots Day is a holiday just in New England.
Yeah.
That's such a cool thing.
Right? I mean, it's like, yeah, like they're celebrating the battles of Lexington and Concord, which again, were against the British. Also,
not us, the British.
If anyone mistakes us for British, there are some other issues.
Well, nothing coming there, mate.
Oh,
I have no idea what accent that was.
No, it sounded like Paul Hogan with the hiccups. But yeah, a bright yellow jersey is always going to turn heads.
Yeah, I think what people don't like is that it's so un-Red Sox. I mean, the problem is that they're called the Red Sox.
Yes, and for literally 160 other games, they will be.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the same thing with the White Sox having had the red, white, and blue uniforms.
Yeah, that was always.
They're called. If you have color in your name, you ought to wear that color. It's like when the Blue Jays didn't have blue in their uniforms. It was just wrong.
That was always interesting. But yeah, the one redeeming quality, the number font on the Red Sox yellow jersey
like that.
Is cool as shit.
I also like the marathon bib on the sleeve.
That was awesome with the Fenway area code.
Yes.
Here's another problem. In the release, merchandise will be available for purchase immediately. If I'm going to put down, it's what, 350 Canadian at this point on an official jersey?
Yeah.
It's not going to be
$199 for a replica.
Either way, it's not going to be on the bright yellow jersey. Nothing wrong with yellow as a color, but if I'm going to be buying a Red Sox authentic jersey, it's going to be probably the gray ones. I have a really soft spot for the gray ones. They're
gray
the
ones
more
are nice. The gray ones are nice. I mean, the white ones are just such a classic look.
Oh, it absolutely is. And it's weird, being a diaspora Red Sox fan, I more associate them in the gray from having
because
seen
that's what you see them in. Yeah.
It's funny how people get attachments to certain things. Like I'm certain there's a generation of Jays fans that because of Roy Halladay, because of Vernon Wells, like the black jerseys.
No, the powder blues.
Oh yeah, those were
flashback Fridays.
Yeah. Oh man, flashback Friday during a Roy Halladay start, couldn't get a seat.
Oh man, no, those were chef kiss.
Those were great, man. But yeah, and the Red Sox have now taken 2 games off of the AL pennant-winning Rays.
The Rays are going to take a step back this year. I mean, for as good as Rosarena is, and he's picked up right where he left off.
Holy fuck, he is still crazy good at baseball.
Rookie of the year frontrunner right there.
Yeah.
Although I think Alejandro Kirk, if he can keep it up from last season, might be a sleeper candidate. Like Rosarena is just going to run away with that award, though. The Rays are going to take a step back because the pitching's not there. It's what happens when you lose Blake Snell.
Yeah. And you replace him with not what he used to be, Chris Archer.
But Chris Archer still got that Rays magic.
He does. And Tyler Glasnow is still a pharma bro punching super god.
Oh, yeah. Man, whenever I want to be good at something, I just think about punching Martin Snell.
But yeah, I mean, the Red Sox, after not hitting against the frickin' Baltimore, figured out how to hit the ball, and it's been quite nice to see.
Yeah. And I mean, the Yankees are Yankeeing, although the Jays pitching shut them down quite nicely.
That was nice to see. Like the Blue Jays actually like the Blue Jays rotation, which I guess every team's question is the rotation at this point. But yeah, the Jays have they haven't wavered.
First time through, the only real stinker was the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which to be expected.
And that's without Robbie Ray, who's
Mm-hmm.
expected to be back for his next start, and without Nate Pearson, who's probably still a week or 2 away.
And have the Jays been doing all this without George Springer, or has he come back yet?
George Springer is expected to be back on Thursday for the quote-unquote home opener in Dunedin.
Yeah, that's going to be another thing. Like last year, Jays fans got used to the Buffalo sight lines on their TV.
Yeah, well, Dunedin is very similar to Buffalo.
That is true, except how would anyone know Rogers hasn't shown a single spring training game?
Hey, they showed 4.
Yeah, that's a real winning argument there.
Yes. No, it's quite similar. It's the new ballpark there that they've had a whole spring training in now. Spring training and a half.
Yeah, the Marchurian candidate did a nice job renovating Dunedin.
Yeah. And now it gets to be TD Ballpark instead of Sand Field.
Oh, right. Wait.
So it's no longer the face.
So pretty much every, major stadium associated with Canada is either a bank or a telecom.
Mm-hmm. Or Canadian Tire.
Oh, right. Ottawa still exists.
Yeah, Ottawa. Or a beer. Oh, no beers anymore.
No. Alas, no beer. Wait. No, in Saskatchewan, just Pilsner owns the bleachers. They're not the stadium sponsor.
Yeah, no beers anymore. There was Molson Center for a while.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now even the Metro Center in Halifax is like Scotia Arena.
Yeah.
Or Scotia Center or whatever.
Scotia Center, Scotia Metro Center?
The Scotia Place, I think. Again, in Nova Scotia, it's okay to have Scotiabank. It's like
Scotiabank owns everything.
Yeah. I mean, they're a bank, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking of are you in good hands, Fernando Tatis Jr., by the slimmest of margins, avoiding a season-ending injury. And again, jury's still out on whether he comes back.
Shoulder sublimation. Slight tear in the labrum. I mean, they're just calling it day to day, but that looked bad.
Yeah, and again, that's a swing. That's his normal swing. Is to be that insane Tiger Woods level torque.
Yeah, he's just got a very violent swing, and that it just shows at any point his arm could explode.
Yeah, I mean, remember when Bellinger was celebrating and his shoulder popped out?
Yeah.
See, that's funny. This is not funny. This is the face of baseball who could be in serious trouble.
Yep. No, not good that his arm could just blow up at any given time. Now, the good thing is that the Padres have lots of depth to make up for that. Ha, who came over from Korea, Machado could slide over. There are lots of things they could do, but it's Fernando Tatis Jr., arguably the best player in baseball. I mean, Mike Trout, but one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah, and again, someone who still has their whole career ahead of them.
Just signed a 13-year, $400 million contract.
Yeah, so again, you got to slow play this with the Padres. Do not rush him back. Except who are we kidding? They're going to rush him the fuck back.
Absolutely, they are. They've got to beat the Dodgers and arguably the best player in baseball, Mookie Betts.
Yes, again.
There are so many good players in the NL West.
Yeah, it is insane. And again, Nolan Arenado could have been in that conversation, but now he's in the Central.
Yeah, because the Ned Flanderses of baseball just keep Ned Flandersing.
Oakley friggin' Oakley.
Lousy stinking Flanders.
But yeah, all in all, it's been fun having baseball back.
And it's fun that we've got the 162 this season to distract us from all of the terrible shit going on.
Yes, we are confined in our homes forever.
One
But
day, someday, my shot in the arm will come.
yeah, I mean, I'm guessing 2025 for myself.
I'm considered at risk, so I get to get soon. I get to get early.
Well, I mean, take every opportunity you can to get it. Like, I'm just going to
Yes.
start making
If
jokes
somebody
about
offers you a shot, take the shot. To quote Alexander Hamilton, well, to quote Lin-Manuel Miranda pretending to be Alexander Hamilton, do
Yes.
not throw away your shot.
Yes. And if you have the ability, if you are a dual citizen and you can drive over to Buffalo or to Detroit or to upstate Washington or to random ass parts of North Dakota
or Minnesota
or Minnesota, do it. You are legally allowed to drive. Don't fly. That just fucks shit up worse.
Get your shot. Get vaccinated.
Yeah. Just, again, you don't have to pay for it.
It's free.
It's free, and they give you a lollipop. I cannot confirm that to be true, but I really hope it is.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that'd be a terrible idea. Like, that makes you take off your mask. Like, no.
They give
no
you a lollipop to have afterwards.
Yes, and at that point, you have a vaccine in your arm.
Then there's a Yo-Yo Ma performance. Note, that only happens if Yo-Yo Ma is getting his vaccine at the same time as you.
Same with Mariah Carey and Dolly Parton.
Hey, Dolly Parton helped fund the Moderna vaccine. Dolly Parton is awesome.
She is awesome. And, oh God, there's a Moderna ad at Fenway now, right on the Monster. It's, fuck, sign of the times, okay.
Yeah, shoot yourself up. Remember, if somebody offers you a needle, get a needle. Wait a sec.
Wait, no. Homer, you're as dumb as a mule and twice as ugly. If a stranger offers you a ride, I say take it.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, we have baseball. We even have like the random MLB bullshit of, hey, let's put a game on YouTube, but it's the game I care about, so I'll watch it.
Yep. And we had our very first canceled due to COVID-19.
Yes, we did. The Washingtons? Yeah, it was the Washington.
It was Washington.
Yeah, and they are a weird team. Like, they still have essentially, other than Anthony Rendon, all of the components of their World Series winning team still intact.
Yeah, they signed them all up beforehand and then built to that win.
Scherzer, other guys. Soto is the one who may leave in free agency, but they shouldn't let him because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and somebody got sick. We aren't sure who. We aren't even sure if they actually got sick or they just got contact traced.
And that's the big thing. Like, you'd rather like be extra cautious and have contact tracing people in the protocols.
Yes. But it meant that we got the Mets season delayed to start too. And then the Mets had Kevin Pillar hit leadoff in their delayed season opener. Hey, we tried this with the Blue Jays for like 4 years. It doesn't work.
Speaking of Mets uniforms, they are bringing back the black. They're bringing back the Mike Piazza era, like
black with orange and blue trim. Yeah.
Yes. The New York City skyline, like early thousands era Mets jerseys are coming back.
Man, I'm really not sure what I think about this. I don't love the black for black's sake, but they are clearly committed to, well, black is a Mets color, apparently.
Purple's a fruit.
It has purple. Purple's a fruit. There's only one good black Mets jersey. It's from the year 1999. It's from the turn ahead the clock to the year 2021, which we are in the year of. And it's the Mercury Mets.
Man, those were fun just because of like the future Mariners jerseys looked awesome.
Yes. The Mariners should just wear those this year.
Yeah, like the future Royals looked cool because they had like the gold helmets.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
Little Notre Dame, but I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, when your team name is the Royals, you can get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
Plus, all the jerseys were like Ted Klashevsky style vests.
The muscle vests.
Yes. Oh man.
I
Again,
want to be a macho man. Nacho man.
but yeah, a lot of stuff happening, and we got to see Shohei Ohtani be
Pitch
the Shohei
and hit.
of Ohtanis. Yes.
Threw an 101-mile-an-hour fastball and then hit a home run 415 feet.
Yeah, he Chuck Norris the fuck out of that game.
Yeah, and then he got blown up at the plate, and everybody was like, "Please be okay."
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. So it looks like he will be the Angels' Sunday starter, going kind of back to his Japan-style workout routine, where it was every Sunday he starts, the rest of the time he plays in the field. He doesn't work out exclusively with the pitchers or exclusively with the hitters. He just kind of works out. Seems to be working.
He is a pitcher who does not train to pitch. He is a hitter who does not take batting practice. He is the Shoheiest Ohtani in the world. I don't always play baseball, but when I do, I play everything. Boom, marketing campaign right there.
Yeah. I mean, he might be the best all-around baseball player that there is.
I mean, in the most literal sense of all around. Like, isn't that a cricket term, like an all-rounder, like a bowler who can also be a batsman?
Yes, I believe it is.
And if it isn't, we will hear from the many cricket fan out there.
Yes, all cricket fan that we have.
I'm kidding. I mean, like most of like there's probably billions of people.
There's several billion people that enjoy cricket. It's one of the most popular sports in the world. That said, the overlap between people who enjoy cricket and people who listen to This Week in Blernsball, negligible.
You'd think there'd be more cricket fans listening in, especially since we both, avidly enjoy watching cricket. Because again, when baseball isn't on, you're still hitting stuff with a bat. It counts.
Yeah, it could go in any direction. It's 360-degree baseball.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to Blernsball we have in existence right now.
Wait, is Blernsball just baseball and cricket got married?
Pretty much. You'd think the robots had figured that out at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, eventually, like, we're in the turn ahead the clock year. You got to figure some of the cool shit we've seen in sci-fi is going to start happening, right?
Drifts on the motorcycle, and then out come the giant gerbils.
Blurn, blurn, blurn. That's all we want, really.
That's really
we want to see some fundamentals out there, and not clown fundamentals. Clowns are only funny when they swing away.
And all of the whole numbers have been retired. We're getting there with the Yankees.
We pretty much are. Like, at this point, Yankees are going to be the first triple-digit team.
Or fractions. They could always wear fractions.
They always could. Now batting. Well, St. Louis Browns, they had... Who was the
3/8? The midget. I'm sorry. The little person.
I need to Google this guy's name because he has, like, a crazy backstory.
Bill Veeck. Really?
Eddie
Gagel.
Smallest player to ever play. And I really hope they didn't make his uniform like 1/8 or something.
I believe it was 3/8.
Oh, that's... Nope, 1/8.
1/8.
Jesus Christ.
That's a little demeaning.
It is, but again, it's Bill Veeck. It's about as Veeck as it gets.
Yeah.
Hey, had a 1,000 on base percentage.
He did. And a 1,000, a slugging of 0 because he didn't get a hit. He got walked.
Mm-hmm. Which, again...
But still, that's a 1,000 OPS.
Yeah, that's still better than we have.
Yeah. Does that mean he actually had a pretty decent WAR, that means?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
All right.
Speaking of WAR, Baron Zemo.
Oh, I know. Also, yes, this is a visual part.
If you did not see the Daniel Gold dancing, you need to go back and watch the Daniel Gold dancing. He's awesome.
They finally gave him the purple mask.
Yes, which again, all supervillains need a random ass mask.
Yeah. Although he's a good guy for now.
Well, good is
an anti-hero.
A mutable term.
Yeah. No, he has a code, and they are working with his code.
Yes. But like any hacker, I can change my code. My favorite part is that Sokovia, which Elizabeth Olsen proved is Eastern European-ish, he's somehow German.
He's German. He's clearly German.
He is very much German, which again, given the history of the region, having German nobility and Slavic lay people is pretty conceivable.
Yeah, that works.
I'm pretty sure Danzig isn't Danzig anymore.
Yeah, why couldn't he be a German noble?
Yeah, he's pretty much Marvel Bruce Wayne, and I am very okay with that.
No, Marvel Bruce Wayne is Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight.
What?
Oscar Isaac is playing Moon Knight.
I thought he was playing Spider-Man 2099, who travels back in time and gets stuck in a meme.
That would also work, but no, he's playing Moon Knight, who is pretty much exactly Batman of the Marvel Universe.
Did they just run out of creative names? Just Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Yeah, that's a name. Okay, let's phone it in. It's Friday at 3.
All right, Jack, draw up something. Damn it, Stan, I can't just keep making shit up. You didn't even give me a name.
I'm already going to play squash.
You didn't even give me a name for that last orange guy. Ah, he's a thing. Who gives a fuck? There's 4 of them. They're pretty incredible. The Incredible Quartet. That does not sound good.
The Thrilling 3. There's 4 of them, Stan.
Stan, you glory-hogging bastard.
That's it. I'm going to DC, and I'm going to make my own thing. I'll call them, and they'll be gods. New gods. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Well, we'll do it anyway, and we'll make it a key component of the Superman mythos. Fuck it.
Yeah. It really doesn't work.
No, I mean, again, Superman's best villain will always be Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Because
and
he's human, but he's everything that Superman isn't, but he's human. Part of what makes him so great is that he can't stand toe to toe and punch Superman. He has to outthink Superman.
Yes, and
Isn't
again,
that right,
which is why Godzilla versus Kong at its core is flawed, because again, the enemy of both of them can't be each other. They are on the same side. But
that's why they fight Mechagodzilla. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. You know, there's a robot lizard that we've known about for 60 years, but spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were clearly going to team up. It's like Batman versus Superman. They were
or Jaws and bigger Jaws. Yes. It's like, again, they are the protagonists in their own respective movies. Because let's be real, like the real enemy is humankind.
Well, I mean, they could have just had them team up and beat up humanity.
Which they kind of sort of do.
I mean, they always kind of sort of, man, I'd have watched that movie. Godzilla and Kong team up to wipe out mankind.
Yeah, and then it's Planet of the Lizard Apes.
Planet of the Lizapes.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly plausible to me.
So basically, I'm a monkey.
And I'm a lizard. But we're friends.
Da 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Kong, did you leave the coffee grounds in the coffee maker? I'll clean it up this time, but next time just be cognizant of it.
Man, I'd watch that We're going to take a pause here for a sec.
Yes.
And we're back. This time skit brought to you by Star Wars 12, Yoda versus King Kong. The showdown we've all been waiting for.
Honestly, it's the only logical movie left to make. I mean, honestly, like Neil Simon doing Godzilla vs. Kong would be the greatest movie ever.
Oh man, I'd watch that.
Oh yeah. It's like, I mean, you can imagine just about every director doing Godzilla vs. Kong. Like the Spielberg version, it's super suspenseful and then you start to feel bad for them.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd watch the Spielberg version of Godzilla vs. Kong because that would essentially be Jaws.
It would pretty much be Jaws with E.T. thrown in there.
Da 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 da. No, wait, that's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Again, the George Lucas version of Kong versus
Well,
Godzilla.
hold on. Which George Lucas version? Early George Lucas or late George Lucas? Because there are two very distinct Lucases.
Since it's a George Lucas movie, the original release of it would be flawless, but then every re-release, he'd go back
and muck around with it.
The Ridley Scott version would have a lot of quick cuts, a lot of suspense, but then too many director's cut endings.
Yeah.
The Michael Bay version would just be a dog turd.
Explosions!
Exploding dog turd.
But Sean Connery might be in it.
Yes. I'm a large gorilla. This seems terrible. I'm going to go do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And just a reminder, we are releasing this episode on April 7th, 4/7, which means if you go to the 47 website, they have great deals right now. And I'm totally not looking right now because I totally don't have enough sports clothing. What are you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
Man, Avenue Q was great.
Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes, and if I keep singing this, I'll get sued.
Yes, we will. Remember, you get sued, we get sued. In the words of Batman, accomplice. I'm telling them the whole thing was your idea.
Ah, yes.
I suppose they'll arrest me as an accomplice.
Accomplice? The whole thing was your idea.
Oh, man. I wanted Lucius Fox, Michael Caine spinoff.
Man, I would watch that. Why can't the greatest failure of DC Comics movies is that they didn't bring Chris Nolan back to create the DC universe, that they handed it to Zack Snyder instead.
I mean, again, Zack Snyder is very binary, either love him or hate him. Nolan, even when his stuff's confusing, is enjoyable.
Yes. Tenet, wacky, cuckoo, off the wall. Didn't make a lot of sense. Still enjoyable.
Still the best movie released last year.
I mean, of all 7 of them, yes.
Yes.
Best movie I saw in a drive-in.
Oh, shit, you actually went to a drive-in.
I did.
Very nice. I used the internet. Because driving is scary and the outside world is confusing.
Yes, it is. Yes. It's the best movie I saw not in my home last year. And the second best movie I saw last year.
Was the first best Life is Good, but it could be better?
Yes, Life is Good, but it could be better.
Yeah, how is Pedro Pascal not up for more Oscars?
Because the Academy hates superhero movies.
Yeah, they hate a lot of things.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize there were that many movies last year.
Neither did
I know that they're allowing Netflix movies to be nominated.
Well, again, they allowed Netflix movies in previous years. Like Roma, The Two Popes. Like, Netflix makes movies.
They do.
Oh, The Irishman, which isn't really a movie. It was a 4-part miniseries that they forgot to snip.
Yeah.
Oh, we shouldn't talk about snipping this close to Andy.
No, we shouldn't.
No. Painful memories. You call that an antenna? It's a grower.
Oh, Bending Rodriguez.
Still one of the greatest character names in cartoon history.
Even better than Mr. Pinchy?
Oh, Pinchy, I wish you were alive to enjoy this. That's the butter. Don't give your lobsters a nice hot bath. This will happen.
Together we weigh 240 pounds. My driver's license says I weigh 120 pounds. That means you must weigh a whopping 120 pounds.
Never trust your driver's license. Oh, Mr. Pinchy. What was the rest of that episode?
I don't even remember what the A plot was. I buy a 1 pound lobster, I feed him until he's a 20 pound lobster, and eat the profits.
Oh man, what the hell was that? Like a Lisa episode?
It must have been. Quick to Google.
Oh, Mr. Pinchy.
Mr. Pinchy.
Lisa gets an A.
Oh, it wasn't Lisa gets an A. Okay.
Oh, Nelson's office in the bathroom, just like the Fonz.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel bad that the Lisa episodes always get a great Homer B plot.
Yeah.
According to Wiki Simpsons, the episode garnered scrutiny from the Catholic League.
I can't imagine why.
As they're driving home from church, Bart says, "I'm starving. Mom, can we go Catholic?
Yeah,
Catholic
I remember this.
Communion, wafers, and booze?" No one is going Catholic. 3 children is enough, thank you.
Oh man. I picked so are we going to Simpson? Are we going to the Simpsonrama episode of the week?
I believe we are. It's a perfectly natural time to do it.
So I didn't pick Lisa Gets an A, but I picked another episode that got criticized by religious organizations.
Which one?
Homer the Heretic.
Oh.
Homer skips church.
Lord.
Homer skips church one Sunday morning when it's freezing cold, and while everybody else has a shitty time at church, he has a great Sunday morning. So he decides to give up religion.
Sacrilegious.
I'm for my patented space-age waffles. Stick of butter, liquid smoke,
caramel. Oh man, those waffles look delicious, and binging with Babish recreates them, which is amazing.
Oh man, they probably. Oh man.
And of course, the risky business who wears short shorts dance.
Who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. What's the big deal of going to church when I'm not I work hard and I love my kids, so why should I spend half my Sunday hearing about how I'm going to hell? You're right.
God,
I believe it's the first appearance of God on The Simpsons.
The 5-fingered Lord.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life? I'll tell you when you die. Oh, but I want to know now. You can't wait 6 months? Canon. Because it lines up with the April Fool's episode.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, man. I suppose I should say my episode, too.
You don't have one picked, do you?
I absolutely have one picked. It is the first Simpsons episode I ever saw.
Ooh.
Bart the Daredevil.
Where he tries to jump Springfield Gorge.
Yes, Springfield Gorge, Captain Lance Murdoch, Truckosaurus. Oh, man. Lawrence of Arabia references somehow.
This is when the show was at its finest.
Yeah, it was just throwing every single type of pasta at the wall, and it all stuck, and it all tasted delicious. Oh, man. Bart the Daredevil. Yes. Bart
I'm
the
gonna make it.
Daredevil.
I'm gonna jump Springfield Gorge.
Ah!
No. And then they pull him back up, and then he falls again.
Oh man! So this was 10 years before the Family Guy. And stuck the landing. By stuck the landing, I mean plummeted. If you think being a Daredevil's hard, try raising my kids. One of the great early season flawless episodes, back when Bart was still the main character.
Yeah.
But you knew the Homer shift was coming.
This is mid Homer shift.
Mm-hmm.
This is not mid Homer shift, early Homer shift.
Yeah, like go ahead, sorry.
It was about Homer foiling Bart.
Mm-hmm. And again, the relationship becomes less adversarial. They start caring about each other. And this is the proudest I've ever been as a sliding down the skateboard. And early Dr. Hibbert. I'm not even going to show you the Three Stooges board.
Oh, Dr. Hibbert.
Also, one of the great lines in Simpsons history from Captain Lance Murdoch. Bones heal, chicks dig scars, and the United States of America has the greatest doctors in the world.
Oh, Captain Lance Murdoch. Man, there's a character that showed up in a long time. Was he a Phil Hartman?
I have to believe he was.
Quick, to Google.
Chicks. As you type in his name, you hear, chicks dig scars. Dan Castellaneta.
Huh, so I wonder why he hasn't showed up for a while.
I mean, once you jump Springfield Gorge, you can't really top that.
Oh, man.
He's okay, folks.
One stunt had him jumping a pool full of great white sharks, electric eels, a school of piranhas, alligators, and one lion. And the water contained an element of human blood. He got through the stunt itself in one piece and then clumsily fell in while basking in the glory afterwards, swam to the edge only to be pulled back in by the lion, and had to be netted out by paramedics and put on a stretcher, barely surviving. That was his first appearance.
Pass the nachos, Homerzilla. You got it, Bartzilla.
Ah!
Truckosaurus. And ma'am, Truckosaurus feels real bad about this. Wow, you folks at the Demolition Derby are so nice. Oh man, that was a classic.
That was a classic episode. Oh man.
Truckosaurus hands.
So since we're back in season, do you have a classic game of the week?
Yes, I certainly do.
Go for it.
Fuck, no, I don't.
Neither do I. It's okay.
It's okay. We'll go with the All-Star game where Pete Rose runs over Ray Fosse. Google it. It's funny as shit.
I'm going to go with the 1999 All-Star game where everybody mobbed Ted Williams.
Oh, man, and everyone was crying because it's Ted Williams. And, yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty awesome, yeah.
But, again, Pete Rose ran over Ray Fosse in an All-Star game because that's
Pete Rose did nothing half-assed.
Playing baseball, gambling, keeping the same haircut for 80 years.
Lying about gambling.
Saying he didn't gamble, then setting up residence in Las Vegas. No half measures.
Yeah. Also, it's been 20 years since Ichiro had his debut.
Holy shit. We are old.
Yeah.
Wow, he was awesome.
The all-time hits king. I will not have it any other way. The hits in Japan count.
Of course they do. NPB counts. How long did he play in Japan? 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like 29 when he made his major league debut.
And then he still played 17 odd years in America.
Yeah.
Man,
And he's still taking backfield batting practice with the Mariners farmhands.
Yeah, because he's like Sterling Archer with drinking. He's afraid if he stops all at once, he may literally die.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he still could play.
He absolutely still could. I don't care if he's in his early 50s.
So what? I mean, it was nice that he retired after those games in Japan, but still,
That was nice.
yeah.
But yeah, again, like his debut year was the Mariners' like 116 win season, and he was a huge part of every single one of those. Didn't he get like 200 hits?
Yeah, he had 200 plus hits for his first like 8 years in the bigs.
That's insane. And great defensively. Underappreciated defensively, we should say.
He is one of the all-time greats. I cannot wait to see him in the Hall of Fame.
That is going to be awesome. Plus, apparently he's got some stories. So
I can't wait to hear those stories.
That speech is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So again, lots of classics, lots of stuff happening right now. By this time next week, the entire face of baseball may be completely different. Or Andy will keep gnawing on things. Either way.
Andy will keep gnawing on things, and the face of baseball will be different. Because baseball is constantly changing. Like the sands of time through an hourglass. Wait, I think that's Days of Our Lives.
Or All My
Andy, stop chewing on that.
While Andy is chewing on that, let me tell you about where you can watch and or listen to this podcast. You can watch us on YouTube. You can get all our visual jokes and see what Jacob just pulled out of Andy's mouth. Yep. Ooh, yeah. Doing the Grease lightning dance right there. So you can find us on YouTube at This Week in Blernsball. You can also find us on all the major podcatchers: Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere where you can listen to your podcasting needs. Are we on Spotify?
We are on Spotify, which means that you can tell Alexa to listen to us.
Hey, Alexa, listen to me. Is she doing it?
No, because I have headphones.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So if you want to let us, if you like what you're listening to, give us 5 stars. If you don't like what you're listening to, do what everyone else does. Go on social media and attack us mercilessly. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at TWI Blernsball, same handle on Instagram, or you can follow us personally on social media. We have the same handles on both Twitter and Instagram if you want to tell us your hopes, dreams, and or fears. I have lots of fears.
Oh, so many fears. I'm at JMS Morris. Ben is at Benjamin K. Bloom. Ampersand also is on Instagram if you want to follow cute puppy photos. He's at Ampersand the puppy.
And you will get your money's worth. He is a very cute puppy.
He is a cute puppy. He does cute puppy things.
Did I just do the closeout read without fucking up?
You did do the closeout read without fucking up. Great job!
Thank you very much. So for all of us here at This Week in Blernsball, I'm Jacob. Fuck!
Oh, so close. You want to try again?
No, just do the thing.
I'm Jacob Morris. He's Benjamin Bloom. Thank you so much for joining us. Farewell from the world of tomorrow. Coming up next week on This Week in Blernsball.
I know, you don't like when people throw inflatable trash cans on the diamond, but, I mean, what did the Houston Trash Bros really do? I mean...
all you did was lie, cheapen the game.
Make everyone look like a bunch of jerks, screw up the reputation of a sport that doesn't really have a great reputation to begin with. But yeah, the real crime is throwing fake inflatable trash cans on the field. That's the real issue.
It's all right, Dusty. We're all sad for you.
We really are. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers,
buddy.